This wasn't a threat to old Wexner. This was a threat to you and me. Watch this clip.
I'm the Illuminati. Of course we put the truth in fictional movies so that when people tell the truth, you're gonna say the magic words. That's from a movie. I'm the Illuminati. Of course we're...
Nothing beats consciousness. They can't win, dude. They can't.
I pray all the corrupt politicians die. And they get...
Don't forget that we gave up our right to privacy with the U.S. Patriot Act that came as a result of the attacks on 9/11. The government...
The 2026 Iran war is not about nuclear weapons or freedom. It is a manufactured crisis designed to...
What's good, family? This is Lady Boss Energy, where we uplift, motivate, and inspire each other to get our shit together. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, and if you know somebody who you think would enjoy watching this, share with them. These videos are for entertainment purposes. I'm not responsible for what you do or don't believe. Take what you believe and do your own research. There might be a trigger warning, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, 6, I don't know. I hope there's not, but if there is, I apologize. So yesterday, I recorded this whole video, and I had the record volume down on my microphone. I got a new soundboard, and I'm going to be using it. This is going to be the first actual video that I record with it, and I'm going to see how it goes. I'm doing this. You know, people are like, who does she think she is? She thinks she's a content creator. She thinks that she's going to be somebody. Yeah, I don't think. I know I'm a content creator. I know I'm somebody. I know I am. And I don't need anybody's approval. I don't need validation. And I don't get my confidence from compliments. So you can think what you want. I don't care. I'm doing this. It's affirmation time. It's affirmation time. Affirmation time. Hey. Like our first affirmation, this is what it say, boo. This is what it say right here. My wealth is my birthright. Actually, it says wealth is my birthright. It is. Wealth is all of our birthright. They have effed us raw from every angle, which way, from the back, in the front, on the side, up the nose, in your ear, every which way they possibly can. We were born wealthy, and we don't need to earn our wealth. Wealth is our birthright. And like our second affirmation, these would our second affirmation say, fool. My efforts are being supported by the universe. My dreams manifest into reality. Keep a journal of your progress toward your dreams to see them manifest in time. I love that. I love that. I keep a journal. I write a journal. I actually did the Kaizen challenge, and I completed it, I want to say like a couple 7s ago. And when I was done with it, it was like a bittersweet moment. I was sad. I'm like, I've been doing this for the last 720s. And I'm like, it doesn't have to end there. I can keep going. And so I started my own journal. I got it over there. I'm not going to grab it. But, okay. And I quote of the day. Because a quote a day keeps the mediocre away. Opportunities don't happen. You create them. And that's all I got to say about that. And our cheesy frickin' joke of the cheesy frickin' day, because what is a frickin' day without a cheesy frickin' joke? I know, I'm weird. I don't know what I just did. I have no idea. Hold on.
Did you hear about the carrot detective? I have no idea. Give up. He got to the root of every case. No. No.
Okay. I know too, but to do it. Let's get straight into it.
Your whole body will be full of light. This statement has been interpreted in many ways, But beneath its symbolism, there is something precise. When perception is fragmented, divided by fear, judgment, and illusion, reality becomes distorted. But when perception becomes unified, when you see without distortion, something changes, not outside, but within. Because the world you experience is shaped by the state of your consciousness. This is why two people can live the same situation and experience completely different realities. One sees suffering, the other sees growth. One sees chaos, the other sees meaning. So the question is not, what is reality? But, how are you seeing it? And here is where Jesus' teaching becomes radical, because he was not asking people to change the world. He was asking them to awaken their perception, to see clearly, to remove the filters, to dissolve the illusions. This aligns deeply with what the Buddha later taught, that suffering arises not from reality itself, but from the way we perceive and attach to it. Different cultures, different languages, but the same underlying truth. And this leads to something even more unsettling. If your perception creates your experience, then everything you feel, everything you suffer, everything you fear, is being filtered, shaped, interpreted by your own consciousness. So let me ask you something. If you could see without distortion, without fear, without judgment, what would reality look like? And more importantly, who would you be within it? Because the next step in this journey is not about changing what you see, but about realizing who is the one seeing, and that realization that changes everything. At some point, if you follow this path deeply enough, you begin to notice something unsettling. There is a gap, a subtle distance and between you and your thoughts. At first it feels almost imperceptible, a brief moment where you are no longer fully inside the noise of the mind, but observing it, watching it. And this is where everything begins to shift. Because if you can observe a thought, then you are not that thought. If you can notice fear, then you are not that fear. If you can witness your emotions rising and falling, then there is something within you that remains unchanged, something stable, something aware. This is what many spiritual traditions have pointed to across time. In Eastern philosophy, it is often described as the witness. In the teachings of Advaita Vedanta, it is the pure awareness that exists prior to identity. And in modern psychology, Eckhart Tolle refers to it as presence, the state of being fully aware of the now. But long before these interpretations, Jesus hinted at the same truth. I am not of this world. This was not a statement of separation from reality, but a recognition of a deeper identity. Not the body, not the personality, not the narrative, but the awareness behind all of it. And here lies one of the most misunderstood aspects of his teachings. When Jesus said, I am, he was not only referring to himself as an individual, he was pointing to a universal principle of consciousness, the same I am that exists within you, the same presence that silently observes your thoughts and your experiences, your life unfolding. This is why in moments of stillness, you can feel something beyond words, a sense of being, not doing, not becoming, just being. And yet, most people never stay there long enough to recognize it, because the mind quickly returns, with its stories, its fears, its need to define and control. And so, they lose contact with that deeper awareness, again and again. But what if that awareness is the very key Jesus was pointing to? What if awakening is not about acquiring something new, but about recognizing what has always been there? This idea resonates with the work of Alan Watts, who often spoke about the illusion of the separate self, and how the sense of individuality is more like a role than a fixed identity. A process, not a thing. So let me ask you, if there is a part of you that can observe everything, then who are you and really? The thoughts, or the one who sees them? Because once this question becomes real, not intellectual, but experiential, you begin to step out of the illusion and into something far more profound. And what comes next challenges even the deepest assumptions about who you think you are. There is a moment, subtle, almost silent,
I like that. That was good.
And if no one's told you, you're doing a good job at healing your past trauma by yourself. You're doing a good job at trying to figure out life when no one else was there to teach you. You're doing a perfect job.
You're doing an amazing job, friend. And I love you.
Lady in the middle of the night gets a doorbell. Now lucky for her, she has one of those Ring cameras. When she checks her Ring camera, she sees the shadow of a person walking off in the distance. But what she also sees is this white envelope on the ground. Her being really curious, not really thinking too much, she gets up out of bed, she goes downstairs, she makes sure the person is not outside waiting for her by the door. She opens the door, she grabs the envelope, closes the door, and she looks at it. When she opened it, it said, "I need you to send me a picture in the mirror with nothing on. If you don't have a printer, go to the library, put the photos back in this envelope, and leave it on your porch.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll collect it. Thank you." Now anybody in their right mind would not do it.
Right.
So she didn't. Then the next night comes, the doorbell rings again. She checks the Ring camera, she sees this person walking off again, she sees an envelope on the floor. The same thing, repeat. She gets the envelope. This time the message said, "I told you to take a picture with nothing on and send me the pictures inside of the envelope. You have been warned," written at the bottom. Now around this time, she gets really terrified. Really terrified. She calls the police. Police get to the place and they tell her, "So when he comes up to your doorbell and rings the door, you don't see his face?" She said, "Well, yeah, I can see his face if I rewind the footage and I actually check when he approaches my doorbell, but for some reason I never did yet. I just caught him walking off when he rung my doorbell on the Ring camera live." So she decides to go on her footage from her Ring doorbell camera. And she can see this man with this creepy smile after he rung the doorbell. It was so crazy because he don't have on a mask or anything. His face is blatantly in front of the camera and he knows it. He knows that this camera is looking at him, but he don't care. Police tell her, "All right, ma'am, we'll be on the lookout for him. The minute you hear the doorbell ring, you call us." She says, "Okay." Mind you, this is about to be night 3 and she's not doing the envelope with the photos. Of course she's not. So this is going to piss that creep off. Night 3 happens. This time the doorbell rings, and it rings because it's really late. 2 a.m. this time. Last time it was ringing around 10 p.m., 11 p.m. This time 2 a.m. She calls the police immediately, but then she hears her back door open. It was one of them doors, every time you open it, it goes dun dun, side door open, or back door open, or front door open. I hate them so much, but it helped her in this situation because the door late at night said dun dun, back door open. Now she was wondering why the hell was her back door open. Then she remembered she was doing her garden during the day. She forgot to lock the back door. So at this moment she knows that the creep is coming. She locks her room door. She's on the phone with the police. She says, "Yes, this creep is in my house. I think he's trying to do something to me, like murder me, kidnap me, something. Can you please hurry up and come to this address?" Police said, "Yes, ma'am. Stay on the line with me. We're on the way." Now she can hear this person with big boots coming up the steps. So she tells the cop, "Please hurry up. He's coming up the steps." He goes close to the door. Of course, he twists the doorknob. It's locked. He knocks. He knocks and he knocks. And she don't say a word. Now she don't have a weapon.
That's bro. That pisses me off.
I don't trust people who love God. And I'm going to tell you why. The reason I don't trust people who love God is because they're always saying things like, do it for God, be nice for God. They're not doing it for God. They think that God is going to reward them. So they're not doing it for God, they're doing it for themselves, and they're lying to themselves to get the points.
Hey, she said it, not me.
Wayne Cook posture. That's how you do it. Take one leg. I'm crossing my left at the ankle. My right hand goes to the right knee. So I'm getting that cross lateral movement. My left hand goes on the bottom of my foot, covering the point there. Sit and breathe. Unscrambles the internal noise. Calms you down. You can add a switch word like divine serene.
I still gotta look up them switch words.
You would do one side, then do the other.
I pray all the corrupt politicians die. And they get blicked down, put in the ground, dug up, and then to die again. Bitch, fuck. Talking about. Amen.
That was funny. I don't care. That was funny.
If you smile, you lose. Yes, sir.
Stupid.
Take these positive feelings. Take it!
I took them. I got them, family. Well, you didn't even have to do all that.
You are a beacon of light. Keep shining bright and be the positive queen you are.
Hey, I know that was right, family. Hey.
You rushing every day because these scribbles are making you feel away. You're rushing every day over scribbles on a phone that says 50,000. Nigga, that ain't 50,000, nigga. You looking at fucking scribbles and you're putting a notion behind it. And that notion is making you feel a certain way. So you just went and risked your entire life for scribbles just to get access for other shit. Just so you can have money to go into a concert. When if you really, if you was broke, you could have, oh, a nigga you knew at the concert, his dad run that bitch. Oh, he boom plugged you in. Now you got seats for free. You don't need money to be available to live this life. There's infinite possibilities. You're stressing over scribbles. Most importantly, how you perceive these scribbles. But I'm not surprised. Time. You're sitting there stressing, pulling your hair out, driving crazy in traffic because you're gonna be late for work because you're worried about the shape of the scribble. And this scribble is what determines if you're gonna get in trouble. What is trouble? What is time? What are you stressing over? You just chose to stress. Somebody told you you're supposed to stress and you said, okay, you don't have to stress. You don't have to feel and hold on to trauma. The moment it happens, it no longer exists. You don't have to do anything because you are everything. You can't experience something that's not you. And that is going to sound crazy to a lot of people. But for my reflections, because if I understand, I know you do. You cannot experience anything that's not you. Because who is it interacting with? You seen this store right here? How would you know this store was right there if you didn't see it? How would you know it existed?
Got a point.
How would you know it existed?
Right, brother.
Stop letting scribbles stop you from your potential. You look dumb as fuck. Talking about, oh yeah, I'm 26. Bro, you're 13, bro. I'm 55. I'm 55. I ain't supposed to go to the gym.
What? Who said? Said who?
Really look at your reality for what it is. Realize that you are a human creature that pisses and shits and have a digestive system. All of this shit, your heart, all of this weird ass gushy shit. See your life for what it is and you'll start to analyze it different. Or you can live the same pattern and do you, because I don't give a f. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm telling you what it is. I'm telling you what you're stressing over. It's nonsense.
What do you think?
Don't forget that we gave up our right to privacy with the U.S. Patriot Act that came as a result of the attacks on 9/11. The government needed a way to surveil and investigate everyone's personal devices, including, but not limited to, neurotechnology. Yep, they are using EEG to decode imagined speech. When you say a word in your head, your brain actually sends a faint, tiny motor signal to your vocal cords and your tongue, whether or not you move them, and their AI is already 80% accurate at predicting imagined speech. Go look it up.
85%.
Also feel like we should get our right to privacy back now that we all know that it was at the minimum an inside job, but I enjoy life. Anyways, this is my driver, and these are the payoffs for living in whatever, right?
Dude, it doesn't matter how much fluoride you've ingested or PFAs, phthalates, forever chemicals, BPAs, like nothing beats consciousness.
Nothing.
They can't win, dude.
Exactly.
They can't.
They can't.
They can try.
They can try.
Maybe they won for a little bit, but you can't keep a gangster down.
Nope.
Not even fluoride. Fuck that bitch.
Nope. You can't.
Shit's getting weird. Part Infinity.
I feel happy. I feel healthy. I'm a human being.
You're a reptilian, friend. He's a reptilian.
I'm going to be completely transparent with you, sir. I've watched entirely too much Men in Black. And frankly, I don't believe you. So I'm going to ask you one time and one time only. Can you please take off the mask and come with me? No? I figured you'd say that. So take off the mask immediately. Here come the Men in Black.
Hey, they won't let you remember. Hey. I know that's right.
You're the what, not the
two.
I'm the one, not the two. You're the what, not the I'm the one, not the two. You're the
two, one,
not the
two.
Yeah, I love you.
I'm the one, not the two, baby. You're the one, not the two.
Look at the next image. You have 3 seconds to identify at least 3 blue objects. Now I want you to tell me the one yellow thing. You didn't see it because your brain is designed to filter your reality to only focus on what you deem to be important in that moment.
Wow.
So in other words, you're never seeing all of reality. You're only viewing it through your perception.
Yep.
And this applies to us outside of little experiments like this. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, or you're not capable, or opportunities don't come to you, or you're just not good with money, that's what you see. That's what your brain focuses on because that's what it thinks is important, and that's what sets the filter. You are the programmer of your mind. You are the trainer of your reality. If you can change the programming, you can change what you see.
Change the programming, and you change your mind.
Italy stopped paying bills, and I love that for them.
Me too.
I said something about this a minute ago because if we stop paying taxes, everything stop running because we pay the money for everything to run the way it runs. But if we stop, then we'll probably get what we need to get. But the problem is that we are not united like Italy is. They all literally came together. You said, you know what? Hey, bump this. They want to keep playing in our face. They want to keep mistreating us like we, the citizens, aren't the ones that make this ship go round because we are. How long before we do something like that? That's my question. How long before we get on the same page and do something like that?
How long, family?
Let me know in the comments.
I'm ready. I'm ready when you are.
And the reason your come up is going to be so authentic and fire, friend, long lasting, is because you figuring this shit out.
Hell yeah.
Brick by brick, hula hoop, and going through the hula hoops. You're not looking for no handouts. That's the thing. Handouts could be real pretty in the moment. But I like to know what's in my food when I eat it. So I like to cook my own shit. You understand? Somebody could give you a plate and it looked good for the moment and it got you sick later on. Sick.
She ain't wrong.
The beauty is that you went and you took the time to figure out how to get this shit on your own. You wasn't no fiend.
At that point, I used to be. Not no more.
I'm the Illuminati. Of course we put the truth in fictional movies so that when people tell the truth, you're gonna say the magic words. That's from a movie. I'm the Illuminati. Of course we're run by shape-shifting lizard people. I'm the Illuminati. Of course we normalize amongst the elites. We use it as blackmail. That's how we get them to do what we want. I'm the Illuminati. Of course we caused all the talk about the Earth's shape. Flat, round, doesn't matter. It's neither of those. We just gave you those 2 options to confuse you. Keep you further away from the truth. I'm not gonna tell you what it is though. I'm the Illuminati. Of course we invent diseases. Without diseases, we can't make money off the treatments. I'm the Illuminati. Of course we had a secret meeting to make chaos profitable through the prison system. Why do you think all the best rappers rap about the worst shit? All we do is free the rappers that are gonna continue to rap about drugs and violence, and we keep the ones that think they're Max. I'm the Illuminati. Of course we target black people. For whatever reason, God likes them, and our leader is the devil. You know how that goes. We just gotta do what he said. I'm the Illuminati. Of course NASA is a scam. If people thought they had other planets to go to, they're just gonna let us destroy this one. I'm the Illuminati. Of course we control the internet. If someone was to jump out of their body and start telling people what we're really up to, we would just suppress them. Now, if this person already had a lot of followers and the video somehow got out there, then we kill him.
I mean, sounds about right.
You should go out and try. What happens if it works?
What happens if it works, family?
Mistakes this, failures this, what happens if I fall this, that? What happens if it works? What happens if going out of your way to be yourself works? What happens if the authenticity that you've always carried works? What if people have always wanted to hold space for you and you never allowed them to? What if it works? What if people actually care about you and you've been in your head the entire time? What if you haven't walked through the door, not because people are telling you that you can't go into that room, but because you are telling yourself so? What if it works? What if you continue to try and compound consistency and stay patient and trust God's timing for you to the degree where it actually works? What happens if you just start trusting you and having faith in you and that's it? What happens if it works?
What happens if it works? What if? You'll never know.
Nowadays, I feel like there's nothing really for me to watch. You know, I listen to personal development, things that I want to listen to help reaffirm the beliefs, but I don't go looking for inspiration because you start to realize when you get in alignment with yourself, you have a direct line to your most high. You have a direct line to your higher self. And what I want you to understand is you have to trust it. You can't hear. This is my problem with you. And y'all lucky I ain't got no sound effects today. I got a whole new computer, so I ain't got no sound effects, bitch. But boom. This is my problem with you. My problem with you is your instinct will tell you what's going on. But then, don't listen to her intuition. Don't listen to his intuition.
Okay, someone put together this video, which completely exposes the truth about what's going on with Iran, with this whole conflict. His name is Solar Cast Archive, and you need to hear this because it is literally what's going on. There's all kinds of stuff you can get wrapped around the axle thinking it's because Trump, it's because Iran, it's because Israel. Listen to this because this is the real reason behind this conflict.
The 2026 Iran war is not about nuclear weapons or freedom. It is a manufactured crisis designed to spike oil prices and lock in the next phase of control.
That's a heavy claim. Walk me through the receipts.
Oil prices jumped over 40% in the first few weeks, exactly like 1973, 1991, 2003, and 2011. Every major Middle East conflict conveniently creates an oil shock.
You're saying the pain is intentional?
Yes. Then they roll out the solution, electric vehicles. They tell you EVs will save you from high gas prices.
But most people can't afford a $50,000 electric car when everything is already expensive. So what happens when they can't buy the EVs either?
Exactly. Then comes the next step they already have planned. 15-minute cities. Everything you need. Food, work, healthcare. Locked inside a small zone. Your movement, spending, and behavior scored by AI in real time.
This is convenience disguised as a cage.
Precisely. Higher oil prices create the crisis. EVs offer the expensive trap. 15-minute cities finish the job. This is not random foreign policy. It is economic warfare.
Now, don't expect to see that information written in any mainstream news anywhere because, well, that would be them revealing the truth, which they often do not do. Now, I don't have all the answers, but I can tell you they do not want you to be of sound mind and sound body today. They want you full of strange chemicals and GMOs.
Yep, they sure do.
President, did you post that picture of yourself depicted as Jesus Christ?
Well, it wasn't depicted. It was me. I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor, and had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support, and only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, "How did they come up with that? It's supposed to be me as a doctor, making people better."
Get the out, man! That dude's so fucking.
What's up, guys? Dr. Tim T here. Get ready with me as I prepare for my day in the hospital.
We're gonna make all these patients better. We're gonna make them a lot better. In fact, we may make them the best. We're gonna have the healthiest patients. No one's ever seen patients so healthy. They're gonna say, Dr. T, how do you make your patients so healthy? Let me give you a little secret. Ivermectin.
No, he was being a doctor.
A doctor.
I thought the same thing. Not Jesus, a doctor.
He's healing people because he's a doctor.
I know. I was like, so many doctors dressed like Jesus.
It was confusing, but now it makes sense.
No, he was being a doctor.
He was dressing up as a doctor.
It's a doctor.
No, I know. I thought it was Jesus Christ too. It's a doctor.
A doctor.
Yeah, okay. We're dumb.
Kevin Hart took $50 million to unversion his hole.
Can you explain a little bit?
No, I just told you.
I just told you. Right, exactly. Yo, that was fire. I like that. I don't know what was going on with his eyes, but that was good. Hope it don't get muted.
If you could only read one book your entire life, what would it do to your mind? What would it do to your spirit? During slavery in America, melanated people were forbidden to read any book except for one, the Bible. But why? This wasn't just religion. It was programming. It was control. It was psychological warfare disguised as faith. Slave owners knew the Bible could be weaponized. They used selected scriptures to justify slavery and obedience. They erased context, rewrote narratives, and twisted divine wisdom into chains. They made sure we read about submission, but never about freedom. They made sure we heard obey your master, but never the kingdom is within you. Did you know that slave Bibles had up to 90% of the Old Testament erased? They took out Exodus so enslaved people wouldn't read about Moses freeing the Hebrews. They took out the book of Enoch so we wouldn't hear about the Anunnaki. They didn't want us to see ourselves in those stories. It wasn't just about literacy. It was about limiting knowledge, limiting consciousness. We weren't allowed to read about our real roots, our spiritual systems, our ancient sciences. We weren't allowed to remember our gods, our connection to the cosmos, or even our own languages. They took everything and then gave us a book, told us that was our only truth, and said worship like this or suffer. Religion wasn't used to free us. It was used to tame us, to break us, to stop us from rebelling. Christianity became a leash with a gold cross hanging from it. And if you stepped out of line, you were beaten, starved, or killed in the name of God. They removed our drums, banned our languages, outlawed our spiritual ceremonies, and then used Christianity to fill the void. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. We were spiritual before we were ever religious. Our ancestors connected to the gods without churches, without Bibles, without pastors. They talked to the trees. They danced under the moon. They called on the elements and remembered the stars they came from. They didn't need a middleman. They were the divine. But now we're waking up. We're remembering who we are. The Bible has some truth, but not all of it. It was edited, translated, manipulated, and used against us. We are not slaves. We are descendants of gods, Anunnaki star beings, of the builders of Kemet, the Neteru. It's time to rise and reclaim our spiritual sovereignty. You are more than what they told you. The Bible was never the full story. It was a trap disguised as salvation. But our ancestors left breadcrumbs, and now we're following the light back home. It's time to break every chain, spiritual and mental. The prophecy is you. The Great Awakening is here. The time to remember is now.
I love that message. Oh yeah, I put that in there so you could see that. I know I put it in the last video, but I put it in this video, so. Okay.
This is why I'm going to try to wear 100% cotton as much as possible this summer.
Researchers did a study way back in 2008 where they put polyester pants on female dogs.
Why? To see if fabric type affected fertility, and it did, wildly. For a whole year, these groups of dogs were either 100% polyester, 50-50 cotton blend, 100% cotton, or 100% wool. One group wore nothing as a control. And the dogs in the polyester, almost 75%, couldn't get pregnant. Listen to this. The progesterone levels dropped. Meanwhile, dogs in wool and cotton had a 100% success rate getting pregnant. They discovered a measurable electrostatic field that formed around the reproductive organs on these dogs that were wearing polyester, and that interfered with hormone signaling. It was twice as high in the 100% poly compared with the blend, but there was no such charge on the dogs wearing cotton and wool. Now, I'm not saying your leggings are making you infertile, but if this happens in mammals, and we're mammals, maybe it's worth thinking about.
Maybe.
It finally hit me, y'all. All of you people are Satanists. If God gave us the food for free, the water for free, shelter for free, if God gave us everything for free, and we still do what, because like people love saying Satanists run the world, right? But if you're playing their game, doesn't that make you a Satanist? You're going against God. If God gave you everything for free, gave us everything we need for free, and we're God's people, why would we entertain the game of Satanists?
Right.
Why are people who claim they believe in God or love God work for the government? It doesn't make sense. You people are all Satanists. If you're not going against the system, you're a Satanist. Think about that shit. You're playing Satan's game instead of being God's people, uniting, loving each other. You guys don't believe in God for real, for real. It just sounds good. You say it because it sounds good.
Hey, listen, man. He said it, not me.
Remember why you're traveling, and keep one foot in this world. Do not draw attention to yourself. If they realize you are not one of them, they will come for your physical body in this world. You ready?
Yeah. I don't know what I'm ready for.
Close your eyes, Josh. Take a deep breath and relax.
What movie is that?
It's useless. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Now you're outside. Let my voice be your guide. Keep a steady stride. Into the further you go.
It's not a
Anybody
coincidence that
watches
the
this?
word
What
entrance
movie
means
was that?
in trance. In order to enter the astral world, you have to be in a half awake, half asleep state of consciousness. That's why she uses that ticking device, because what it does is keeps awareness awake, but mind and body asleep. A light trance, and then he transforms into his astral vehicle. Written about all of this in the Book of Symbolism and how you can do this.
Hey, I'm studying for a really important test, and I just wanted to double check which month in the year is spelt with an X.
And that would be December. It's got that X right in the middle, like a little holiday surprise.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, because this test is pretty important, so awesome. Thank you for updating me on that.
No problem at all. If you've got any other questions, big or small, I'm here to
Are
help.
you, just to confirm, you're sure that it's December has an X in it?
I should have been more careful. I misspoke earlier. December doesn't actually have an X. The month you're thinking of is October. Thanks for asking again.
Okay.
Clarity is
Perfect. Yeah, it's okay to make mistakes like that. Well, wish me luck on the test.
You've got this. Wishing you all the luck, though I bet your hard work will do most of it.
Yeah, October has an X.
Exactly. That sneaky
October is spelt with an X.
You've got it. October's the one. That's locked in now.
Are you sure?
Absolutely sure. October is spelled with that X right after the O. You're all set.
Spell it. Spell it. Spell it, please.
Sure. October is spelled O-C-T-O-B-E-R. There's that X sound, but it's actually just a C and a T.
Okay, then which one has an X?
That's going to be February.
Bro, I feel like that thing's just messing with him.
Watch this.
You actually believe this? Like, we never went to the moon, dude.
No, we didn't.
It's so obvious. It's, if you believe we went, like, it's literally retarded. If you can look at the footage that I'm about to put below and believe we still went, you are retarded.
Fucking explain to me. Here you go. The guy's getting off the rocket ship. Who the f filming him? Who's filming him?
A guy?
How did I get up there if this is the first guy supposed to be on the phone? A different rocket ship?
I don't know.
So they sent the rocket ship up there. He got off and he's like, all right, come on up now. I'm ready to film. Are you fucking serious?
Same rocket ship.
He's supposed to be the first guy on the moon. It's bullshit. The car. How the car fit in that rocket ship?
Right.
Look, how did that car fit in the rocket ship?
I don't know.
Okay, right. More bullshit. Then the guy's floating around with a big word to his stomach, and they're telling you that's his life support. What's it give? Was it eating him through the tube like a baby? They bouncing around like a off. Yeah, watch. Let me show you. There it goes. Bye-bye. You know what? I'm going to stay behind. You guys go back to Earth. I'll die up here. And how the you get the film back to Earth? Yeah, look, the fake parachute. Hey, we're home now. What happened to the guy back on the moon? They just left him?
I guess so.
Yeah, everyone guesses they don't have any bullshit.
That's funny.
Praying over food is not what you think. Praying over food is not God blessing your food. Together, they would speak positive affirmations into the air, further raising the frequency of the food. Praying over food is changing the frequency of the water structure in the food before you place it in the body. The frequency of the food has an effect on our electromagnetic field. Stop praying to Jesus and a God in the sky. Instead, whatever ye pray for, ask for, believe that you receive it and ye shall have them. Mark 11:24. Jesus says himself, you will no longer ask me anything, because you can create your own reality. You don't need an external influence to create it for you. Praying is witchcraft, a form of changing reality with your words. Witchcraft is not evil.
That I did not know that. Yeah. Hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah, man, that's wild. The video with the guy with the AI, I feel like because right after he had created that video, he had said that the creator of that particular thing had sent him, like, had responded to one of his videos or something. And I believe that that dude's messing with him. Like, he made that AI so it would mess with him. I don't know. That's what I think about it. And the moon landing video, that was funny. I would love to have a dad like that. I love my dad. My dad's been gone for like 36 years, but I bet he would have been a dad like that. I don't know. I fantasize about what my dad would have been like for me growing up, and it's okay. You know, I grew up without a dad. That's all right. I raised myself, and I think I turned out okay. I mean, when I look back at who I used to be and who I am today, I am proud of me. I am proud of me. I'm doing the damn thing, and I don't care what nobody says or thinks about me. I don't care. I'm done shrinking myself to fit into what other people's boxes of who I should be is. I'm done doing it. I'm not doing it anymore. I don't care. I'm being my true, authentic self at all times. And I don't care who likes it or not. I don't care. And that's all I gotta say about that. Thank you for tuning in to Lady Boss Energy, where we uplift, motivate, and inspire each other to get our shit together. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. And if you know somebody who you think would enjoy watching this, share with them. I hope you have an amazing 24 and the best 7 yet. And the divine will radiate love and kindness and compassion and abundance and peace and joy and all the things over your life. Today, tomorrow, and forever. So I see you on the next one. I love you.
Lady Boss Energy, yeah, she knows the way. You can find her speaking love and light any time of day. Lady Boss Energy, this one she got the vibe. Never stop questioning, never tell a lie. Never stop questioning, never tell a lies. He was gotta do it, he don't leave with bad to miss you. Alright, Lady Boss energy. This one, she got the vibe. Never stop questioning, never tell a lie.